Do you believe in heaven? Well, according to former Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's fantasy. He is sharing his thoughts on the afterlife with Interview magazine, saying, quote, "When people talk about I will see them again in heaven, it sounds so good, but the reality is that we won't see each other again after we're gone." Okay, it's causing quite a stir. Here to unpack this, our panel, public theologian, author Candace Bembo, content creator Sydney Raskin. Thank you both. And we'll start with you, Candace. I mean, this is sparking some outrage. Does it matter what a celebrity or public figure has to say about this very personal belief?
No. The reality is that religion and faith deeply grounds us, right? So these are not concepts and ideas that are just lofty, but they are what ground our lives and center us. And so it also gives us hope that the people that we love will see again. So we're not looking to, of all people, Arnold Schwarzenegger, to tell us that heaven is a fantasy when it is, one, the crux of our belief, and two, it is a comfort to know that we'll see people that we love again.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, Sydney, I want to go over to you. You're definitely in this content creation, headline generating space. We're seeing headline after headline from Arnold Schwarzenegger right now. He's opening up about his childhood and his supposed Nazi father. He's talking about heaven in kind of an inflammatory way. In your mind, is this all just a publicity stunt?
I mean, it doesn't hurt, right? I think that he has a lot of shows coming out that are going to be affected by these headlines. And I think that saying something as wide-reaching as heaven does not exist can definitely spark a lot of conversation. I mean, I think the question of does heaven exist is something that theologians and my fellow panelists even, we talk about all the time, right? So I think it probably is a little bit of a scheme, but it doesn't hurt to spark a wider conversation either.
Yeah. I mean, Candace, in your mind, wouldn't this just simply alienate a huge swath of his viewing public? I mean, what a what a hill to choose to die on here.
You know, it's funny because I feel like if Arnold Schwarzenegger comes out and says that heaven is a fantasy, that confirms that heaven exists, right? So part of this is that his fan base, whether they believe him or agree with him on race or issues of class or guns, right? They are not going to go with him in this area and in this genre, right? So they're not going to agree with him on this. And so whatever backlash he gets, I mean, it's going to promote his show, but you're not going to see people en masse saying, you know, we are going to abandon heaven as an ideal because the Terminator said so.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not going to happen.
I hear you. Jump in.
Yeah, because, so I was raised Jewish. So in my mind, what happens is not exactly a heaven or a hell, but it is sort of like maybe there is something, maybe there isn't. Who knows, right? So it's what you said about we're not going to believe what the Terminator says is not wrong, but I think that it'll kind of like give people something else to say. Should we really trust this? I don't really know about that.
I mean, it's certainly quite the topic, but we appreciate both of you weighing in. Candace Bembo, Sydney Raskin, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.